Welcome to Davis High School for this edition of High School Rewind, available only on Xfinity On Demand, as the Davis Darts prepare to host the Viewmont Vikings in a Region 1 showdown. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Dane Stewart here to bring you tonight's game, and well, we should have a doozy here between these two squads as region title implications on the line here tonight. Let's start with the visiting Viewmont Vikings. They come into tonight's game 12-6 overall, 7-1 in region play. That's good for right now being the second best team in region. That one loss to the Davis Darts. It was a 61-57 win for the Darts that the Vikings look to avenge here tonight. And they have, a very balanced team, do the Vikings, all led by McKay Butler. This kid can surely score the basketball. Coming off a nice victory over the Northridge Knights, Butler scored 18 points. And in that first matchup with the Darts, he scored 19 points. Had 4 3-pointers in that game as well. Excuse me, it was only 18 points, but did hit 4 threes. He was absolutely fantastic for the Vikings, and he's got a nice supporting cast between McKay Johnson and Austin Johnson. These two having very good seasons. In fact, Austin Johnson also scored 18 points, had 6 rebounds in that first game against the Davis Darts, only averaging 8 points per game though he is the second leading rebounder for the Vikings, coming in at nearly 6. And then McKay Johnson, he's averaging double digits in scoring and leads the team in rebounds with over 7. Let's switch and talk a little bit about the Davis Darts. Season got off to a little bit of a rough start. They lost the opening game to the Alta Hawks, and, well, they haven't lost since. 17 straight wins for the Darts coming in here tonight, including 9 straight in region, 9-0 for the Darts. And they returned one of the best backcourts in the entire state between Jesse Wade and Abel Porter, two of the 3 leading scorers for the Davis Darts, with 17 and 15 points respectively for Wade and Porter. Wade, a dynamic shooter, but he gets his points all over the floor. The Gonzaga verbal commit having a strong season. And Abel Porter's been very good in his senior campaign, as he's averaging over 15 points per game, nearly 6 boards, and over 4 assists, a do-it-all player for the Darts. The big story for Davis has been the emergence of Elijah Kletzley in that front court. As they lost so many players on that front court, Kletzley has been huge, averaging nearly a double-double this season, coming in with nearly 17 points per game and 9 rebounds. He had a double-double against the Vikings in their first game, looking to do so here tonight as the Davis Darts celebrating 100 years of existence against the Viewmont Vikings here tonight, looking for their 10th win in region play. The Vikings standing in the way as they are trying to get back and contend for at least a share of the Region 1 title. And with that introduction now, we'll get out of your way and send you down to the center circle for tonight's opening tip. Ready to tip things off here from Davis High School, the Darts in their home white uniforms and the Vikings in their road maroon, as the Vikings student section throws up a cloud of powder to get things going. And now our officials are making sure nothing hits the floor. Good to go. Tip controlled by Abel Porter. And the Darts will get the first possession. Man defense here to come out for the Vikings over to Matt Morrell. He's going to put it on the floor, try to drive. Nice job by Austin Johnson as that ball is out off of him. Johnson, the 6'4 junior, is a 3-pointer from Jesse Wade. That shot no good, rebounded by McKay Butler. Number 22, talked about him in the open, is in the corner, back up with Butler now. Boy, Butler, a really good idea as he had Kelton Hurst with position, but not on the same page, turned it over. Porter calls out the play. Screen set by Kletzley. Now Porter, boy, what a nice dish inside to Matt Morrell. And the first points of the night belong to the home Darts. Matt Morrell, the 6'2 senior forward. One of the few returners in that front court for the Darts. He's had a nice season so far, as Viewmont now going to run their set. With it now is Aaron Dalton inside. Boy, what a nice spin move underneath, as this was McKay Johnson. He is fouled by Morrell. Couldn't tell if that was on the shot or not. It was not. Now a little turnaround jumper from McKay Johnson, and he nets the first points for the Vikings just over a minute into this ball game. 2-2 now between the Darts and the Vikings. Nice play that time by Johnson, able to square up as Davis running a play here. Far side with Ryan. Now in the corner back. Ball finds its way back up top to Morrell. Dribbles inside from the elbow. Drawing contact, and the foul going to be called on Austin Johnson. That was the first foul on Austin Johnson. Meanwhile, Morrell at the line missed his first attempt. Second free throw, good. 3-2. Got a fun environment here at Davis High. We mentioned in the open celebrating 100 years. Full student sections tonight for both these two teams, and going to hear a lot of crowd noises. This time a foul underneath called on Morrell. That's going to be his second, much to the dismay of the Darts. Boy, Morrell staying in this ball game, having 2 fouls, and that's a big call right there going against the Darts. Again, going inside, handed back off to Butler, going glass, can't get it to fall, and now Davis going to push tempo. Nice job by Porter, able to keep the possession. Kicks it outside for a Jesse Wade 3. That's good! And that'll get the Davis student section going a little louder. 6-2, the Dart advantage. A corner 3 from Jesse Wade. We talked about how good that backcourt is as Porter setting up his buddy. Now some zone defense here by the Darts as that shot taken from the charity stripe by Austin Johnson. Couldn't get it to fall. Abel Porter, boy, a tough shot. He was trying to draw a foul. No help from the officials as Viewmont coming back the other way. Just a step inside of the arc, and that shot is dropped by McKay Johnson. Here's Morrell over to Jesse Wade. Clearing it out. Wade gonna pull up. Boy, what a tough shot to guard is Jesse Wade. That's his second bucket of the night. Not much you can do there if you're Kelton Hirsch, the 5'10 senior. It's a good drive by Wade, able to create some space, caught Hirsch off balance. Hit it from 15. 8-4 now the lead. Hirsch trying to answer. That shot was hard. Rebound being fought for, out off of Wade. It'll stay underneath with Viewmont. Checking in for Viewmont and finding the inbounds pass is Jared Whitworth, though he couldn't get the bucket to fall. This ball out of bounds, and it will go back to Davis. Nice hustle by Aaron Dalton, but he couldn't keep the ball in play as we are approaching the midway point here in this first quarter. Been a fun quarter thus far. Wade came around the screen, thought about the shot, now looking to drive a little more, but his drive was closed off well by Whitworth. Davis now back up top. Porter, boy, let a man fly right by. Abel Porter nets the triple, and it's 11-4 Davis. Talked about Porter and Wade and that combination having a lot of success. 8 of the first 11 points for the Darts. Boy, Wade was all over that pass. It was just beyond him. Came back to defend the shot put on by Johnson, who couldn't get it to fall. Porter back quickly the other way. Now Wade pulls up, hits the front of the iron, then bounced off the back. May actually be 10 of the 11 points between Porter and Wade. Up top, it is with Kelton Hirsch. Drives in. Here's a 3 from McKay Butler. No good. That ball's loose, being fought for and brought in by McKay Johnson. Goes up, and he draws the foul. McKay Johnson to the line to shoot 2 as it was Jaden Ryan who picked up the foul. After missing his first, McKay Johnson, the second is good. So now 11-5, the advantage for Davis. Getting a little zone defense put on here by Viewmont. We got to be careful as there was some miscommunication. Leads to a Morrell 3, but he can't get that shot to fall. He's now coming the other way. Is McKay Butler with it. Viewmont will slow things up a little bit. We've gotten some open shots. There's another one, but as the first quarter's been, can't get it to fall. Nice attempt to save by Jaden Ryan. Then he met a cheerleader. Oh, it's out off of him. Coming around the screen was Walker, but couldn't get him the ball. Lofting this one up, and that, you got to be careful. Abel Porter going the other way. What a play by Butler to save it. Boy, and then a whole flex of darts come down, and it's Jaden Ryan who's able to be the benefactor. Nice hustle and no give up by the Vikings. Almost looked like they surprised themselves when Butler got the strip. Abel Porter, a receiver for the Davis Darts. He's got the height and athleticism to go up and get it, and showed it on that last play as the drive here put on by May. Couldn't get it to fall, and instead it's McKay Johnson with the follow. 13-7 our score here as we approach the 2-minute mark. Jaden Ryan with the baseline drive. That's closed off. Tried to get it back into Kletzley and turned it over instead. As Jake Walker passed it over to McKay Johnson. Now back up top with Walker as he calls out the set for the Vikings. Well, 3-2 defense here for Davis. Back up top. Interesting, Matt Morrell, one of the outside defenders. Jaden Ryan, one of the underneath, as that shot missed everything by Walker, though Porter unable to save it. Johnson will inbound. Does so to Porter May. Pulls up, and he is fouled on the shot by Jaden Ryan, and Porter May now will head to the free throw line. First free throw was good from Porter May. Second attempt is good as well. 13-9, the Dart advantage, and nice shot by Viewmont hanging in this game as it was 11-4 at one point. Not allowing the score to get too far out of control. There's a lot of momentum and energy in this building for the Darts. Another three straight away for Jesse Wade. His second triple of the game and the third for the Darts. He shows you how good of a shooter he is. Jesse Wade, of course, the verbal commit to Gonzaga, and just a junior. He is a top prospect in the entire country, having a fantastic season. We mentioned averaging over 17 a game. Under a minute left here in this opening quarter. 16-9 still the score, and that ball turned over to Wade. Up ahead to Matt Morrell. Going to go the distance, drawing the foul, and Matt Morrell will head to the line to shoot two as this foul's called on McKay Johnson. Hayden Chisholm will check in for the Darts as Morrell went 2 of 2 at the line. 18-9. Now the Dart advantage. A strong push here late. We've got 40 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Some miscommunications. The band was playing during action. Typically a no-no. Three-pointer here from McKay Butler. And a strong answer by Butler. Very important points for Viewmont. 18-12 as this thing felt like it was about ready to get out of hand. Just as I said, Viewmont was hanging around. They do so again. 20 seconds left. Porter looking to maintain possession here for this last shot of this first quarter. He's going to give it to Chisholm. Now back up top, Kletzley. And we've got a foul underneath, an offensive foul. Going to be called on 25. That's Caleb Lionheart of the Darts, his first foul. Under 10 to play. So the last shot most likely going to be had by the Vikings as it's McKay Johnson working around the screen. Now trying to drive against Kletzley, going up, and we've got a double dribble underneath as Kletzley made for a difficult shot, and Johnson couldn't get it off. Less than a second left. No heave here from Porter. The first quarter comes to a close, 18-12. The Darts on top after one. And welcome back. Second quarter underway. The Vikings start with the possession, trailing the Davis Darts by 6. Mentioned in our open, 9-0 Darts in region play, 7-1 Viewmont. So playing for a lot out of the Vikings, a loss here, and going to be tough for them to at least share a region title as they would be down 2 games to these Darts. Kletzley going to fire the three, and Elijah Kletzley dials up a tray. Unofficially the 4th three-pointer by the Darts. The long ball has treated them very, very well here in the early going. Coming around the screen was Hirsch, and Hirsch able to hit the 17-footer. That's really been the biggest problem for the Vikings. They've had open looks in that first quarter, haven't been able to knock them down. That time Hirsch, with a man stepping up, the 5'10 senior, able to hit the big shot as that pass was unexpected and turned over. After the turnover, Hirsch brings the ball up the floor. Butler gonna swing it near side with Johnson. Hirsch thought about passing, instead takes the three, and right now Kelton Hirsch is starting to get into it. back-to-back buckets, the latter being a triple, and it's 21-17, and the Vikings mentioned just won't go away. Porter able to slip the D, though that lay-in was too hard, and the rebound brought in by Austin Johnson. Viewmont hasn't been within one possession in quite some time. They can do so here on this possession. Again, zone defense, and instead a whistle. Timeout going to be taken here by the Vikings. We'll take it with them. See what Coach Emery drew up in the timeout as his Vikings trailing here by 4. Still in the first half. Up top, Hirsch gives it over to Butler. Step back, instead swung it over to McKay Johnson. Right now, Viewmont playing a long way from the basket. He's trying to get some positioning as Austin Johnson, though they're not giving him much of a look. Now he steps out and has it. Back over to Hirsch. Hirsch now going to drive. Found some space, but Elijah Kletzley closed up on that quickly. Kicked out. It's Austin Johnson with the turnaround. Viewmont happy to reset things here. Good D by the Davis Darts. Of course, no shot clock in high school basketball, which means there is no 35 seconds of D going on nearly a minute instead of travel here underneath by Austin Johnson. Porter calling out the play. Here's Lionheart back up top with Kletzley. Now Porter finds it again on that far side. Jesse Wade coming around the screen from Kletzley. Thought about trying to drive. Instead, he's going to pop another triple. That one rimmed out, and we've got a foul on the rebound on Lionheart. That will be his second. Second team foul on Lionheart. He heads to the bench as Parker Christiansen checks in. Of course, 2 fouls on Lionheart, Morrell, and Ryan. 16 fouls. Only 2 team fouls for the Vikings as a corner 3 by Hirsch just comes out. How about that tip in at the rim by Austin Johnson? His right place at the right time, able to just get it over, and it's 21-19 Viewmont. This is the closest they have been since the opening minutes. Near side with Morrell. He's going to try to drive, and it's Hirsch who's able to knock it away. Loose ball on the floor. Porter has it, able to skim it over. Throwing the oop to Kletzley. Count the bucket and the foul. How about the hops by Elijah Kletzley catching the oop? And he'll go to the line for the and one. That foul called on number 32, Aaron Dalton. Kletzley cashes in on the free throw, and the Davis student section is loving it. Now the noise level getting extremely loud as Davis had their chant and then pulled out of it. Here's McKay Johnson, able to find some space in the keys. Austin Johnson kicked it back out. Austin Johnson again, that ball knocked away, kept by the Vikings. Boy, that time Butler got popped in the face, no call. Here's a drive and a block by Kletzley. But again, at the right spot is Austin Johnson, able to lay it in. And Austin Kletzley's had a really good couple possessions, a pair of blocks, and then of course a 3-point play off the alley-oop on Davis's last offensive possession. Midway through this second, 24-21 Davis. Game has lived up to the billing to this point, much like we thought it would. Wade able to cross over Hirsch, and then a travel here as Hirsch got the last laugh, got a hand on the ball and disrupted Wade. Jared Whitworth checks back in for the Vikings. Hirsch got off to a bit of a rough start, but he has been really good here in the last couple minutes. Had some nice recoveries whenever he's been in a bad position. Always able to recover as he did right there and force the turnover. Now he's got it. In the corner it goes to Whitworth. Looking for somewhere to go. Goes to Dalton. Aaron Dalton with the drive. He gets fouled. And this foul going to be called on Christiansen. It'll be his first. And to the line to shoot will be Dalton. Dalton made his first free throw. His second attempt is good as well. And it's a 1-point lead for the Darts. 24-23. Here's Morrell. Viewmont giving him space. Kletzley gonna try another triple, and he hits it! 2 3-pointers for Elijah Kletzley, and an old-fashioned three-point play, and he is providing a lot of offense for the Darts. And now the student section letting Viewmont know that. Boy, cross-court pass. Porter was trying to sniff it out. Nice shot by McKay Johnson, though. He gets blocked by Christiansen. Coming the other way is Porter. Boy, careful as he had some space. Could have put it up instead. Passed out of it. He'll throw this one up, though. Abel Porter, back of the iron, no good. And that rebound by Jared Whitworth of the Vikings. In the corner. Here's a three from Dalton, and Aaron Dalton joins the party. Abel Porter bringing it up. We've got a number of three-pointers here in this first half by both teams. A couple by the big men. Who says big men can't shoot? Is Matt Morrell. He missed everything from the corner. Hirsch back up top with McKay Johnson. Now Butler. He tries a three. That one rimmed out on him. Loose ball out of bounds off of Viewmont. Porter May has checked back in for the Vikings. There's 1:40 remaining here in this first half. A 1-point Davis lead. Porter thought about it. Now finds Ryan Boy. Nice find inside to Christiansen as he made a beautiful backdoor cut. He gets fouled by Whitworth, and to the line to shoot two will be Parker Christiansen. Christiansen missed his first free throw. Second free throw, no good either. Rebounded by McKay Johnson. Viewmont again with an opportunity here to take the lead late in this first half. They've trailed at various times by as many as 9. Able to claw back into it. Boy, dangerous pass. Looked like Wade able to get a bit of a paw on it, though couldn't disrupt it enough. Here's a three ball. No good. Scrapping for the board is Whitworth to save the possession, and then turned right back over to Matt Morrell. 1 minute left here in the opening half. It's Kletzley with positioning, trying to work against May. Help comes over, no foul called, as Kletzley would have liked some help. Was defended by May and then had assistance from Butler. McKay Butler near side. Now to McKay Johnson and up top with Hirsch. 40 seconds left. And Viewmont gonna be patient here. 30 seconds left. Davis content to let the time head out here for this first half. We're down to 20. Hirsch will execute the play now. Over to Johnson, back to Hirsch. Screen set. Nice job on the defensive switch. Butler, a long three that hits the front of the iron. Rebound chased down by Johnson. Gets it up, and that shot is no good. And to the locker rooms we go. 27-26. The Darts lead the Vikings here at half. Welcome to the second half. The Darts start off with possession as starters back on the floor for both squads. Some of the starters for the Darts saw limited PT in that first half due to foul trouble, but none of them with more than 2. Here's Morrell. Boy, what a nice find that time by Jesse Wade, able to find his teammate Morrell cutting. A tough shot as the defense was there underneath, but Morrell able to lay it in, the lead back up to 3. Viewmont now with their first possession of this second half. As it's Dalton handing it off. Far side now with Austin Johnson. Up top to Butler. Man defense here for the Darts. We saw a number of zone defense looks by Davis. A strong take by McKay Butler, the 6'2 senior, able to answer. As we're a minute into this third quarter here already. Porter back up top with Morrell. Now near side. Wade trying to dribble around the defense. Nice job by Austin Johnson, not giving up. That's Morrell with the strong take, trying to draw the foul, but couldn't do so was Dalton, as this ball is knocked out off of Morrell. That's really been the story, at least in the second quarter it was. The Viewmont Vikings did a fantastic job playing D, able to get their hands on some shots, get some extra possessions off turnovers, and really help them get back in this game that they once trailed by as many as 9. There's a foul here called on Abel Porter. First foul called on Abel Porter. Butler came around the screen, didn't go there. Instead, it's a 3 by Dalton, and the Vikings with their first lead of the night. It's 31-29 after Aaron Dalton, the 6'4 senior, has made his, another three-pointer, his second of the game, and Jesse Wade answers right back for the Darts. A quiet second quarter for Wade, but he starts off the third with the tray. 32-31, Davis is now working on the blocks and throwing one up was Johnson. He was trying to get a foul call. No help as Morrell underneath and lays it in. And Matt Morrell, who was saddled with some foul troubles in that first half, 2 quick buckets, and the Darts have opened up a 3-point lead as a timeout taken by Coach Emery. After the timeout by Viewmont, see what they have cooked up, trailing by 3. The defense has really been strong, though Jesse Wade's 3 was a great play set up. As the drive here by Butler, he tried to pass back to Austin Johnson, couldn't connect with him and turned it over. Wade, boy, could have had a chance at a step back 3, instead gave it off to Ryan. Now Morrell looking to drive, wanted to go back up top to Porter, able to get it there eventually. Viewmont showing some man D. Porter with the crossover and the drive. Foul going to be called here, as that's going to be called on Butler, and Porter will go to the line for 2. It's the first foul called on McKay Butler. Porter made his first free throw. Second attempt is good as well. The senior captain, 2 of 2 at the line on that trip. And now some full court pressure put on. Butler gonna pop the tray, no good. Ball batted around, brought in by Wade. Wade near side with Morrell. He's a little behind him. Now was trying to go underneath to Ryan. That play was disrupted by the Vikings. Nice job by Hirsch, able to dribble around Porter, kicked out. Johnson thought better of it. Back up with Austin Johnson now to Butler. Boy, had Hirsch coming around a screen set by Johnson. Instead, Viewmont stayed here, kicked out to Dalton. Now Hirsch for 3. And another one for Kelton Hirsch. He's hit a couple of those in this ball game. Had a really nice second. And a big three-pointer there to pull Viewmont to within 2. As a foul here going to be called on Dalton on the Kletzley drive. That foul was on Dalton. It was his second. Kletzley at the line. His second attempt good. His first was as well. 38-34. Darts out in front. Again, that pressure. Boy, Hirsch able to step around it. And now odd man situation is going up with it. Was Johnson able to lay it in? Viewmont wanted a foul. No help coming from the officials. Back up with Wade. That one no good. Hit the front of the iron and skipped off as the shortest man on the floor, Hirsch, comes up with the board. Underneath, and a nice job by Wade, able to get a handle on it, and Porter able to make the save. Jesse Wade, so much talk about his offensive firepower, and deservedly so, but a stellar defender as well. And last year in his sophomore season saw a lot of time guarding the other team's best player. In fact, Region 1 fans may remember Skank from the Weber Warriors. He was a tough one, and oftentimes it'd be Wade, as that bucket will not fall, but Morrell will go to the line to shoot 2. It was a third foul on Dalton, so he will head to the bench as Porter May and Jared Whitworth both check in. Morrell makes both free throws. (40-36), the Dart lead. As this Dart student section now trying to inspire this defense of the Darts. Boy, what a crossover put on. Drawing contact, count the bucket by McKay Johnson as he heads to the line for 1. It's the first foul on Kletzley, as at the line, able to cash in is McKay Johnson, 40-39. Morrell looking inside to Kletzley. That foul going to be called on the floor on Porter May. It was a beautiful job by Kletzley sealing it off, as Davis will have it out under their own hoop. Ryan to inbound, was looking for the lob. Was defended well by the Vikings as Porter would catch the inbound. Boy, and now Hirsch has the task of guarding Kletzley. Hirsch is trying to body him up. A three-pointer by Morrell, no good. And talking about Hirsch guarding him, what a nice job of sealing off Kletzley on that board, able to really push him away from the rebound and allow his teammate Johnson to come up and pick it up. Now this is McKay Johnson, kicked out. Shot on the way by Whitworth, no good. Rebounded by Wade. Porter catches it on the run through the legs. Now he will set up inside to Kletzley. Boy, just gets positioning so close to the basket. Not a lot the Viking D can do there as Elijah Kletzley able to hit the turnaround from about 4 feet. Wade comes up on Hirsch. McKay Johnson back over for the three-pointer by Porter May. May had a fantastic game against Northridge last out for the Vikings, scored 19 points and hit 4 triples. And with that one, the Vikings have tied it up. How about that play by the Darts? As the screen, Kletzley able to roll the hoop. Count the assist to Abel Porter, as he does oftentimes, leads the Darts. It's 44-42. The drive here put on by Hirsch. That foul is on the floor, going to be called on Jesse Wade. Austin Johnson and Aaron Dalton both check in for the Vikings. Dalton receives the inbound, now back up top with Hirsch. Here's McKay Johnson with it screen set. He's going to shoot the three. Front of the iron came off. As Wade pushes it up for the Darts. Kletzley screen. Boy, and a beautiful roll away. How about that block by Aaron Dalton? Boy, it looked like it was a clear lane. Aaron Dalton just closed it down. Spin move by McKay. And then he is fouled, and he will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul is going to be called on Ryan. McKay Johnson missed his first free throw. We'll show you his second here as Jake Walker is checked in for Viewmont. It's 44-43 after going 1 of 2 at the line for McKay Johnson. Meanwhile, that was the third foul on Jaden Ryan. He has gone to the bench as Tony Fike, the 5'10 sophomore, has checked in. That was him who had it. So he passed it up to Morrell. Now Morrell just willing to hold it. Under a minute left here in the third. Davis looking to hold for this last possession, clinging to a 1-point lead. And now Viewmont looking to get a little aggressive, and a foul called there is coming up. Just trying to swat it up was Jake Walker. Instead, he got Morrell. Jaden Ryan is checked back in with 3 fouls as this ball thrown into the backcourt to Porter. 30 seconds left in the corner with Wade. Kletzley, pass along the baseline. Now Morrell looking to drive. Boy, how about that as Dalton had set up trying to draw the charge. Morrell able to athletically maneuver around, and Morrell, a very talented corner for the Davis football squad, showed his athleticism there. Here's a three-pointer by Dalton. That one no good. He's hit a couple of those, rebounded by Ryan. 2 seconds left. He's going to heave the three-quarter court shot. No good. The third has been good. Comes to a close. 8 minutes away from a winner. The Darts holding on to a 46-43 lead. Fourth quarter underway. It's been a doozy of a ball game between the Vikings and the Darts. Talked a little bit about it. If the Vikings win this game, it would essentially be a 2-team tie atop Region 1 with a couple games remaining. That corner three, no good from Austin Johnson, rebounded by Porter. Now Viewmont extending its pressure. Davis able to break it. Jaden Ryan able to be the benefactor as he lays it in. Possessions becoming so important for Viewmont needing to get defensive stops. They've been able to do so for a majority of the game when they've really needed to. And though they're on offense right now, important to get points here. This Davis crowd getting excited at the prospect of winning here tonight. Kicked out, three-pointer on the way. That shot no good. Rebound tracked down by Abel Porter, then knocked out off of Hirsch, excuse me. It'll be Davis ball. Davis with an opportunity to really put Viewmont in a tough advantage. Instead, we've got an illegal screen set by Matt Morrell away from the ball. That'll turn it over. His third. The third foul on Morrell. Jake Welk getting on the officials a little on that one. Would have loved a travel call, nothing there. This ball going underneath, and it's Jaden Ryan who's able to disrupt the entry pass. They were trying to get it to McKay Johnson. Now down the other way, Ryan, boy, being hounded by Hirsch. Morrell kicks out Kletzley for another triple! And a timeout taken by Viewmont. And it has been Elijah Kletzley again, this time with his long-range shooting as the Darts have opened up an 8-point lead. 51-43, 6.5 minutes left here in the ball game. The Darts with a nice lead after the Kletzley three. Hirsch with the jumper, that one hit the support. And it will go back to Davis. And the Davis student section starting off the fourth quarter, well, coming out of that timeout. It's not the start of the fourth, coming out of that timeout. Getting things excited, trying to get pumped up. Here's Morrell. Collapsing down on him. Leaves Porter open for three. That one no good. Rebounded by Butler. As he hurries this ball up the floor. Boy, a nice attempt by Dalton as he had Hirsch with a lane but couldn't connect, led him too far. Another turnover for Viewmont. That's been much of the story here in the fourth quarter. They've had some opportunities. They haven't been able to cash in. Here's Morrell. Kicks it over to Ryan. Baseline jumper. That shot no good. So McKay Johnson will track it down. Now here's Butler. Foot was across the line. That's only a two. But a nice shot by Butler. So he pulls Viewmont back to within 6. Abel Porter. Morrell, there's that lane again for Kletzley. Count the bucket and the foul on Dalton as Kletzley will go to the line. His second time being fouled on a dunk in the game. The fourth foul on Dalton as Kletzley at the line makes it. And his second old-fashioned three-point play. And Elijah Kletzley, we talked about how good he has been for the Darts this season down low, and he is showing it again here tonight. A 9-point lead. This match is the largest lead of the game for the Darts unofficially. Over to Butler. Ryan guarding him. Far side with McKay Johnson up top. Davis really picking up the defensive mentality here. Nice shot that time. Trying to attack the basket was McKay Johnson as he is fouled. Will go to the line to shoot two. Second foul on Abel Porter as McKay Johnson at the line. Able to go 2 of 2. Lead is down to 7. Again, Viewmont extending a little bit of pressure. Should mention both teams now with 16 fouls, so going to be shooting free throws from here on out as Kletzley working hard in the paint, and he'll be rewarded going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1 as this foul called underneath on Austin Johnson. Going to be shooting two. Kletzley at the line made his first, second as well. Back up to 9, 56-47, advantage to the Darts. Right now, Viewmont in desperate need of points as we have reached the midway point here in this fourth quarter. Underneath to Butler. Boy, being hounded from all angles. Still able to get it up and good was McKay Butler. Morrell picked up his dribble, has to get rid of it, and a timeout taken by Coach Welk of the Darts. Out of the timeout. Again, Viewmont really extending that pressure, needing some extra possessions here as they trail by 7. Wade, that shot no good, and the rebound by McKay Johnson. Austin Johnson back up top as he cuts through the key. Now here's Whitworth able to pass it over to Butler. Back to McKay Johnson. Boy, a nice pass is trying to make a cut to the hoop was Austin Johnson as it knocked out off of Davis. Looking to inbound. They'll do so to Butler with the 3. And he got fouled by Ryan. Going to the line to shoot 3 is McKay Butler. The 4th foul on Ryan, and a costly one, as McKay Butler at the line has made his first 2. 3rd attempt good as well. And a lead that was 9 just a minute ago has been whittled down to 4. 56-52 Darts. And here, a whistle and a foul going to be called on Whitworth. Morrell at the line, shooting 1 and 1. And it's no good. The shot was long, rebounded by Austin Johnson. 3 minutes left. Viewmont with a chance to get to within 1 possession. McKay, and an offensive foul as Matt Morrell stepped in and drew the charge on McKay Johnson. Boy, a big foul there called on McKay Johnson as it gives it back to the Darts. It was only his 2nd foul. Wade now didn't have much of a lane, so kicked it out. Now Ryan with a baseline drive. Got caught underneath, and a jump ball called. Possession stays here with Davis. 2.5 left. Inbounded to Kletzley up top now with Porter. The Darts with a 4-point lead. Wade, well, that time he turned an ankle as he came around trying to walk it off now over in the corners. Matt Morrell has it. Viewmont collapses down on him, and then a reach going to be called here on Hirsch. He can't believe it. It was the first foul on Hirsch, but the 10th team, so double bonus the rest of the way for Davis. Although Matt Morrell missed his first free throw. 2nd attempt is good. Lead back up to 5 now with 2:15 remaining in the ball game. Hirsch will bring it up the floor. At the elbow, it's Whitworth. Passes out. Butler from just inside the arc. That one came off, and Wade able to corral it. Porter being guarded by Butler, able to drive right around him. What a beautiful find by Abel Porter. It's Jaden Ryan, able to fill the back door right underneath and lay it in. The lead back up to 7. A 3-pointer here from McKay Johnson, and a quick timeout to pull the Vikings back to within 4, 59-55. Davis ball leading by 4 as we approach 1.5 remaining in the contest. Abel Porter, now some trap coming. Boy, they wanted a foul, and the ball hit the half-court line. It's turned over as an over and back call against Davis. Making things interesting here with 1:20 left. Viking basketball. It's Butler with it. Inside with McKay Johnson trying to work against Ryan. Was trying to pass underneath. All sorts of darts there, and a timeout given to Davis. 1:08 left. It's Porter back over to Wade. Those two able to break the pressure by Hirsch. Here's Morrell in the key, now kicked out Kletzley, and back up top with the darts to Porter. Under a minute, got to think about fouling, and eventually they will. Foul called underneath on Austin Johnson. 3rd foul on Austin Johnson as Matt Morrell made his first free throw. We'll show you his second attempt here. Good as well. 61-55, a big pair of free throws for Morrell. 50 seconds left. Screen set for McKay Johnson. Passes back to Hirsch, looking to drive. Now Butler trying to attack. That shot may have been partially blocked by Kletzley. It's Abel Porter going to throw down off the glass. No good. Rebounded by McKay. Numbers the other way to Butler. He has to pull it up and then turns it over to Kletzley. It's Jesse Wade who is fouled with 24 seconds left. Foul is on Hirsch, and Wade with the chance to seal this game up. Wade's first free throw was good. His second free throw here. No good. Rebounded by McKay. 62-55, 20 seconds left. In the corner with Hirsch. Now looking for somewhere to go. Down to 10 seconds left. McKay Johnson has to fire the three. No good. Gets his rebound. Hirsch will launch the triple. That one is good. And a timeout taken quickly by Viewmont with 2.4 seconds left. It's 62-58. Ryan to inbound. Does so to Wade. They'll foul him with 1.3 left, and Jesse Wade back to the line for two. Wade's first free throw was good. Second attempt here with 1.3 left. This game is decided. 64-58, and barring a full court heave, that's going to be the final. Put up, horn sounds, no good. The Davis Darts, on a night where they celebrate 100 years, can celebrate going 10-0 and have clinched at least a share of Region 1. Again, our final score here from Davis High School. The Davis Darts 64, the Viewmont Vikings 58, and what a great game this was. We mentioned that first game between these two was a 4-point victory for the Darts. We thought we'd have another stellar one here tonight, and that we did. It was the Davis Darts who got off to a great start early on. 3 3-pointers in that first quarter, a pair by Jesse Wade and one by Abel Porter. They would have a 6-point lead after one, but give a lot of credit to these Vikings. They trailed by as many as 9, and they fought back. Going into the half, they were only down by 1, and it was Hirsch who had a really nice second quarter for the Vikings. They picked up their defensive intensity. They forced a couple turnovers, got some extra possessions. That really helped them get back in this game, but in the second half, the Darts came out inspired. It was Elijah Kletzley. He had a big, alley-oop and one in that second quarter, and then he had a pair of threes in the third. Also had another dunk that went for an and one, and he really got the energy going in that third, as the Darts would have a 3-point lead going into the fourth, and they would just feed off that energy in the fourth quarter. Got the lead back up to as many as 9. They did a really nice job of Kletzley able to roll to the hoop. They did a nice job of moving guys away from the ball, able to get some good, easy looks. The Vikings, we mentioned they had the ability to claw back, and they did so in the fourth again. Trailed by 9, got back to within 4, but they had a couple of possessions where they really needed to score buckets, couldn't do it. Couple key moments where they really needed to stop, couldn't get one, and in the end they would fall here to the Davis Darts by 6. With that, they fall to 7-2 in region play, still in very good placement in Region 1. They right now are the lone second place team. They have a game lead at this point over the third place team with a couple left to play. As for the Davis Darts, 10-0 in region play and winners of 18 straight for the Darts, as they look to be in very good shape as the state playoffs coming up just around the corner. We mentioned at least a share of the region title won here tonight by the Darts, and if they continue to win, they have 2 more games to play, then they will be the outright and the number 1 seed out of this Region 1. But a good night for the Darts. Again, they celebrate 100 years of existence this year. Tonight was the night when they honored their basketball team and its history, and they did so. Well, they protected home court in doing so with a 64-58 victory over the Viewmont Vikings. That's going to do it for our coverage of High School Rewind here from Davis High School. For Bill Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.